What's up, people? Hello, welcome back to the channel. The Arsenal are through to the quarterfinals. David Raya coming up big in the penalty shootout. Come on, let's go, Gunners. What a crazy game that was. But of course, right out the rip, thanks for being here. Let's get the likes up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are on our way to 200, on our way to 5, and of course to that 1,000. And if you're enjoying these match reactions, go ahead and get that little notification bell on as well. Where to start with this game? This game was, it's hard to even call this a game. Like, you can't even really call that a game because Porto decided that it wasn't going to be a game at all. They decided that they weren't going to play football. They decided that they were going to come and stand around. So right out the rip, they were giving it to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper was just standing there. Literally time wasting from the first whistle. Now, I get it. I really do. You're ahead in the tie, gamesmanship, and you're trying to win. You're trying to win the tie. You're trying to go through. I understand. But at what point are you embarrassed as a player to be employing these tactics in the Champions League? This is the Champions League, not the little girls' league, not the Sunday league. This is the Champions League where we play football, not where we lay on the ground and con the referee for 120 straight minutes. You can take that back to Portugal. You can take that back to Portugal. We don't want it in the Champions League. It does not belong in the Champions League. And that was an absolute disgrace from any team that calls themselves professionals, any player that calls themselves professionals. I'm shocked that they get paid to go poop on the field, because that's what that was. I'm shocked that they're going to get it's a disgrace that they're going to get paid for that performance, because that was not football. It was a circus. The guy, what was the dude's name? I can't remember which one it was. I think it was number 11 or number 18, Wendell. Yes, the ball bounced up off the turf and hits his jaw and then goes out of bounds. This is the first half, mind you, and then he falls on the ground and moans and stops the game. And then there was 1 minute of stoppage time in the first half. Like, this is what you wanted to bring. This is how you thought the game is played. Once again, just like in the last one, just like Arteta's comments after, only one team came to play football. For both ties. For 210 minutes, one team wanted to play football. The other team was like a little kid who sat down on the playground like this and refused to move, with mommy trying to get them to go, with daddy trying to pick them up and move to actually, live, to actually do something. But instead, they sat on the ground and decided not to do anything. Now, you wonder why I start with this and wonder why the first 3.5 minutes of my match reaction is going on about how they decided not to play the game, because there wasn't a game. What am I supposed to analyze? What am I supposed to talk about? It wasn't a game. There was no game. And, as much as I think it's very scummy and embarrassing that they did that, credit to them for doing it effectively, I suppose. Because they certainly rattled us, got under our skin again. This is a real problem. It's a real problem that we can't play football against teams like this. We can't rise above it. It won't be like this for the rest of the Champions League, but this won't be the last time we see a performance like this. We need to learn how to, I guess, just play quicker. I mean, their press was pretty intense, and they were kicking the crap out of us, and we weren't getting called. It was definitely a frustrating day, but there were moments where we played through their press really, really well, and we looked dangerous going forward. We gained lots of territory, but really what it came down to for our goal was winning a second ball high up the pitch, and Martin Odegaard, with a little bit of brilliance, able to juke past a couple of guys and a beautiful pass, beautiful finish for Trossard. Fantastic goal. We did not see anywhere near enough of that today because we were playing long ball with them. We played their game. That was disappointing about this game today, is that we played their game. We allowed them to come into our house and we played boot ball with them. We played absolute middle school soccer. That was not football. That was middle school girls JV soccer is what that was. I don't understand. I think it comes back to Mikel Arteta. You have to look at Arteta and how he prepares them mentally for what's coming, because Gabriel and Saliba were scared. Whatever he said to them has got them scared to lose. Because normally when Gabriel and Saliba have time and the ball is in the air and no one's challenging them, they'll pull it down and we'll try to pass around. Normally when we have possession and we play it back to Raya, he looks for a pass. There was way too much just booming it forward today. Way too many 50-50 balls. Way too many contested aerial duels. There was way too many moments where it was literal ping pong, where the ball was boop in the air, boop. Okay, back over here. All right, boop. We didn't try to put the ball down and play. We were scared to put the ball down and play. I don't understand it. We never got into the rhythm of our game. We never 1, 2, 3, 4 second balls in a row to really put the pressure on them. Whatever Arteta said had them scared to lose. 100% we were scared to lose right from the off. And I want to credit Martin Odegaard. Yes, no one had their best game. No one was great because it wasn't a game. Like I said, it just wasn't a game. But I thought Odegaard was trying to get us to play. He was trying to organize the press, trying to get us to play quickly. At times, there were times where we just weren't doing anything at all. And then we decided to boot it forward. We were trying, I did see that with those long balls, we were trying to get it around the sides and into the channels and the outside of the channels. But we just weren't winning enough second balls. One of the times we hit it forward and won a second ball in a forward area, we scored. So we decided to play their game, but we didn't win enough second balls to be able to transform it into our game. Ben White wasn't great. Kivior wasn't great. David Raya. Fantastic. Man of the match performance. Absolute monster in the penalty shootout. He definitely gets the man of the match because nothing else was going on. Like no one else was really able to do anything because we didn't play our game. We didn't put the ball down and pass it around. And Porto, who came to play for penalties before the first whistle was even blown, they were playing for penalties. Got exactly what they wanted. The game went exactly how they wanted. Make sure they don't lose in regular time. Make sure they're still in the tie and go to penalties and get their penalty kicks. That's exactly what they got. And what's so scummy and disgraceful about this performance from Porto is how much ridiculous simulation and diving and shirt pulling and kicking and clobbering and conning of the referee you did. And then when you lost, you tried to start a fight. They literally tried to fight us after the game because their BS, embarrassing little girl schoolyard tactics didn't work. Absolute sore losers and a disgrace of a club. If you call that Champions League heritage, then you don't watch Champions League. That is not Champions League heritage at all. That is not how Champions League football is played. That was a joke and a circus. And if you're a Porto fan, you should be embarrassed and ashamed of your club. Ashamed of your club. Ashamed of your manager. Your team tried to fight after they lost. They lost the game and tried to fight us. That's an absolute embarrassment. Yeah. If I was a fan of Porto right now, I would be screaming at the powers that be that was embarrassing. And that's unacceptable because they didn't play football. They should get their money back. Everyone that went to that game should get their money back because it wasn't a football match. It was just stress for 2 hours. It was stress. It was not football. But we're through. Whew. Like I said, extremely stressful, but we're through in the tie. And we look forward to Friday to see who we get. Honestly, I'm not all that fussed about who we get. I'm pretty, now that we're through this, and I know for a fact we won't face this kind of a performance from anyone left in the tournament because they have actual Champions League European pedigree. The teams that are left, that is, the Barças, the Bayerns, the Madrids, the Cities, they actually want to play football. They're actual football teams. And so we're through these whatever circus farce this was, and I'm excited. I'm excited, that we got through the tie. It's very, 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 very important to get through the tie, no matter how we did it. And I think the manner in which it happened, the way we were able to not really deal with it. We didn't really deal with it. We got through it is kind of how how I'll put it. But we did get through that notch on the belt. That is experience, Champions League experience. And we know when absolute minnows come to the Emirates scared and do that, we know we can deal with it. We know we've gotten through it. And that's a very, very positive thing. Very important to win against Brentford and then follow it up with. And so, yeah. We're flying high. We're doing good. We're looking good. Sitting on top of the table for the next 2.5 weeks. Got through this hurdle and look forward to seeing the Champions League draw on Friday morning. And we, look forward to a little break here, actually. I'm loving the football, of course, but I'm happy the guys get to go to Dubai. Hopefully we'll go to Dubai, hang out, get some good work in, focus on Manchester City because that's the big one. That's the one we really want to win. That is the away day that still haunts my nightmares. And as much as people say it's Arsenal's title to lose, I'm not going to say that until we beat City at the Etihad. Hopefully we do. Supposing we do. But yeah, as far as the Champions League goes, everything from here on out is an absolute bonus. I mean, it would have been embarrassing to go out to Porto, and especially the way they played, it would have been embarrassing to go out like that. But I think that as long as we don't capitulate and put in an embarrassing performance against whatever giant that's coming, because I know one's coming, I'm happy. As long as we don't get destroyed. Honestly, I want to see Bayern. I want to see Kane. I would love a chance to beat Kane again, as tough as that tie is going to be. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Every tie is going to be tough. It doesn't matter who we get. PSG is going to be tough. Inter will be tough if they beat Atleti tomorrow. Barcelona will be tough. Madrid, of course, will be tough. Man City, tough. Like, it's all going to be really, really, really hard, no matter who we get. But it won't be like what we just witnessed. I can guarantee you that. All right. That's going to do it for the match reaction. Very grateful that you're here. Go ahead and get the likes up on the video. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are on our way to 200 subscribers, to 500, and, of course, to that magical 1,000. And, of course, if you're enjoying all the match reactions, go ahead and get that notification bell on. We will be back on Thursday with the regular panel and the regular show, doing the preview of the weekend. And so, once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and you will see me next time.